Hey guys, Lisa Callaghy here to share with you a video on Flocabulary. So in today's video, I'm going to go over the features of a lesson in Flocabulary, and then I'm going to show you how to assign the lesson and specific features, if you'd like, to either a few students between multiple classes that you teach, or all the classes that you teach. And then I'm just going to quickly jump into the place where you can see some student results. But I'm going to have a complete video on accessing student results and being able to monitor your students as they navigate through the activities that you and the assignments that you assign them in Flocabulary. All right, so let's get started. I'm on a Flocabulary page where I've searched out a lesson for language arts, and the lesson is called Five Elements of a Story. So I'm just going to go through all the different features that this lesson has so you understand all the different activities that your students can be assigned, depending on what you'd like, and some other resources. Okay, so let's start at the top. Underneath the title of the lesson, you'll see there's the assign button. So I'm going to just click on that quickly, and we'll come back to that at the, actually, you know what? We'll come back to that at the very end. Let's come over to the teacher resources. So clicking on that button, you'll see a window pops open underneath, and what happens is you have a menu bar at the top. So the first menu option is the overview. It's going to just tell you what this lesson is about, and it gives you the vocabulary words that are highlighted in this lesson. Next, you have the handouts, and these are printable activities that you can download. It'll show you a preview here. You can tap on each one of the PDF pages, and it shows you what the pages would be if you printed them out. You could download them. You can also click on the answer key, and you could download the answer key as well. Okay, next you have lesson plans. So it gives you an overview of lesson plans, and then you could see the full lesson plan by clicking on the link, and that'll bring you to a new page or a new tab in your browser. And here you can scroll and get all the information that you need for a full lesson plan, including sequencing and wrap up and extension activities. Okay, tapping back over. And the last of your teacher resources here are your standards alignments. All right, so I'm going to close that, going back to the video here, and just bringing your attention over to the right-hand side next to this star, and it says favorited. This teacher has already favorited this video, but if you haven't and you want to favorite a video, meaning you'll be able to grab that video quickly from the Flocabulary homepage or from your account or your profile, you click on the star and add it to your favorites. And now you know that it's favorited, the star is filled in, and it tells you it's favorited. All right, so let's scroll down to the video itself. Obviously, you know how to play a video, clicking on the play button in the center. Notice how I hover my mouse over the top right-hand corner of the video. You have a choice of speeds, original, slower, or slowest. Going down to the bottom of the video on the left-hand side, you have three choices here. Lyrics. Clicking on lyrics opens up another embedded window here on your screen. At the top, you do have your play button. You're able to raise or lower the volume of the video and slide the video to different points. You're able to play your video and hear it while the lyrics are shown, so students can actually read the lyrics while they're listening. Notice here at the top, this is the Immersive Reader icon. I'm going to go into an Immersive Reader, the Immersive Reader for you in a separate video. So just so that you know, this icon you'll see it pictured throughout the different activities within a Flocabulary lesson. And you'll know that if you see that icon, it is Immersive Reader is available for that particular activity. Also, you'll notice that there are certain words that are bold or kind of popping out of the screen or out of the text. These are your vocabulary words for this particular lesson. So that's the lyric. Closing that. You'll see you also have a quick review. Sometimes you'll find videos that don't have this. This is an older feature. Some of the older videos have that. Just kind of reviews what the content of the video is, of the lesson. So it's just kind of questions to check for understanding. Okay. Going through the questions on the bottom right hand side, you'll have your next and show answer. So you could do that in a whole class setting if you'd like. Closing that. And on the bottom right hand side, you'll see there's a discussion slider. Turning that on will open a window here asking if you'd like to play the video and wait until you get to the first question, or if you'd like to skip to the first question. So basically what this is, the discussion feature in the vocabulary lessons, at different points of the video will stop, ask a question, and it's meant to start a discussion between students, you and your students, whole class, talk in turn. You have the ability to play the video and wait until the question is until the information comes up to the question. Each one of these yellow dots is where the video will stop with the actual discussion question. You can click on the discussion question and get to the question here. So here's the question, and then you could either resume the video or jump to the next question. While we have our toolbar open at the bottom of our video, this is common toolbar information here, or icons. You'll see the play button, your volume button, your slider. Okay, the time frame of your video. So it's 1 minute 5 seconds in, and I have 1 minute 40 seconds left. This is the gear shift is going to give you the quality of the video if you'd like to play it in a different quality. And the last is the full screen. So opening it up to fill your entire screen. All right. So now let's pop over to the left-hand side of the video to the activities. These are the activities that related to this lesson and video. Obviously, the first one we've gone through. Next is vocabulary cards. These cards represent the vocabulary for this lesson. Clicking on each card, you'll notice the Immersive Reader icon. So Immersive Reader is available for your vocabulary cards. You'll also notice it gives the part of speech, the definition, and then the word in context, sentence, multiple sentences here. So students have the ability here to write something here with this word, or clicking on draw, they can draw something with this word. They have the ability to save whatever they draw or write by clicking on the save button on either side. Close this out, go back. Writing, they just tap in the dialog box here, the text box, choose their colors if they like, use this word in a sentence or give an example to show you understand its meaning, and then click on save. Next, we have a vocabulary game. So this game, clicking on start, students have a score appear on the left-hand side. The right-hand side tells them how many questions they have left, kind of gets them into different musical instruments depending on their score. We'll move them along. They get to hear different musical instruments. This is simple drag and drop. So now I just added clapping to my music. If I don't want to hear that music, the bottom left-hand side of the screen, we'll turn that off. Okay, so that is the vocabulary game. Next, we have break it down. Break it down are questions that mirror our standardized tests. Also notice again our immersive reader icon. These questions include different questions that have multiple parts, writing as well. When they are finished, they click on submit and you will see their answers. Okay, next we have read and respond. Again, the immersive reader. This is one question out of 6. They use the text below to answer the question. They read, they answer the multiple choice question, they confirm their answer, they can skip if they want to the next question until they're finished. Then we have the quiz. Quiz for this one is 10 questions. They obviously read the question, choose the answer, click on next until they're done, and they submit. And last is the lyrics lab. The lyrics lab, students are invited to write a rhyme using the 5 elements of the story and the vocabulary words for this lesson. And they're encouraged to write at least 4 lines. Clicking on start, they type their lines. They have vocabulary words here. They can write their first line and click to get rhyming words to help them. They're able to choose a beat here and then listen to their beat. Okay, so those are the features that correspond to the lessons in Flocabulary. So now I'm going to bring you back up to the top under the title for information on how to assign this to your students. Clicking on Assign. So here's your assign window. You get to choose whether you'd like to assign this to all your classes, individual classes, or students within individual classes. Once you've selected your classes or individual students, click Select Activities and Dates. Actually, let me unselect that. So here's where you're able to choose what activities you would like your students to participate in for this lesson. So checking off each activity will assign that activity to your students. So if I don't want my students to do the vocabulary cards or the vocabulary game, I just don't choose that. At the end, I choose, I want you to see that for a second, the lyrics lab and the vocabulary card. You notice once you select that activity, you have a little bit more to choose from here. You're able to decide whether you'd like your students to have access to all of the vocabulary cards. Maybe you want to deselect a few, have them do a few a week, however you'd like. So you have the opportunity to edit that. And then with the Lyrics Lab, you have the opportunity to customize the prompt. So if you want students to write a rhyme or if you want them to write something else, you can type that information here and they will get that information when they click on the Lyrics Lab activity. Okay, so once you've chosen your activities, next you can choose the date that you want this to be visible for your students in Flocabulary. So if this is something that you won't be starting for the next couple of weeks, you can go through the calendar and choose that date. And then the due date, you could choose here. You don't have to have a due date. You don't have to have a visible date or a date starting in the future, but realize that it starts today. So if you can only choose the day that you're creating the assignment or any date in the future. So it's going to be visible either today or whenever you choose. And then you click on Create Assignment. Okay, the assignment is created. So now I'm going to just pop over to my class to show you what it looks like. So I assigned this to my English Language Arts 4302 class. If I click on assignments, it's showing me the assignment. I have it assigned to 3 of 14 students. The start date is today. And these are the features or the activities for that assignment. I can click here and go to the actual lesson. I could come over here to view. Notice I can create another assignment right from here. So if I wanted to select other students, if I wanted to add other students to this, I could, to this assignment for this class. Okay. View is going to give me some more information about this assignment. I get to see the summary for the students, whether they have finished this activity. Okay. I can sort by any one of these activities. If I wanted to add any one of my students to this assignment, just click on the plus sign here. So if I forgot anybody or decided to add somebody, you could do that right from here. You'll see the tab next to summary is an individual review. So if I wanted to look at a specific student, I can click on any one of these activities and then click on any one of the students. And then I would see their individual review for that activity. The reason why I don't see any students is because there hasn't, and nobody has finished any one of the activities, but you know that that's available. And then you have a comprehension analysis. So if you have your students do anything that requires them to comprehend the video or anything that's in the video or reading anything, these are the comprehension activities, and then you will get to see their score by question, the vocabulary game. You'll get to see their percentage of questions answered correctly for the read and respond. You'll get to see the percent who answered the questions correctly, each one of them. You see each question. If you click on each one of the questions, you'll see the question on the right-hand side, and the percentage is correct. And then the quiz. Select the question, and then you will see the percent who answered the questions correctly. All right. So this has been a video on the lessons, the lesson activities in Flocabulary, as well as assigning the lessons to your students. All right. I hope this helps. Have a great day.